Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. Sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today we are talking because the cast has hit rock bottom, including people who are no longer on the show, like PHONICS Unhooked, you guys. Once again, the Peanut Gallery had a meeting. The head swindler who was responsible for the Funky Day Neva Awards at the first grand plan of attack and trying to take down any Mel supporters, any Mel supporting channel, and just Mel all together because they thought her and Martel getting divorced was going to be the end of Mel, and it only not only revitalized Mel, but completely took her to another stratosphere, and these people cannot handle it. So there were instructions last week for PHONICS Unhooked to go on YouTube and expose everybody, but the problem was the script was not properly followed, and it was supposed to be last Sunday. It ended up being last Monday. That was all over the place. That was an unhinged mess, and so they decided, let's run this one more again, right? Let's do this one more time on this Sunday, and it was a mess. It was an absolute mess, you guys. PHONICS Unhooked has completely unraveled, and I don't understand this passion for somebody who's not even on the show anymore. Why you have this energy, other than you are being coached by other people to bring this to the people, and I don't understand if all of what everybody is saying is lies. Why can't you use your platform for good and tell the truth? Why are you using your platform to still disrespect and drag Melody SHARI RODGERS on behalf of the people that you're clearly still defending that are on the show, that are trying to make a name from themselves? And here's the thing. It's giving that the girls' trip did not go well for them. It is giving that Melody SHARI RODGERS gave somebody the business, that she was not going to be bullied and attacked anymore, and that you guys are not just going to be out here, doing whatever and saying whatever without there being any consequences. You guys got away with it for 6 seasons, and she's had enough. She has had it with y'all. That's what it's giving, right? But first and foremost, some things we need to iron out from the train wreck, the train that left the tracks on this live, the complete and utter meltdown that is taking place with this cast because of Melody SHARI RODGERS. The theme song needs to be, for both Melody as well as the Melometers and Mel supporters, is Mariah Carey's Obsessed. I have never heard of so many successful people who are quote-unquote parked on YouTube and social media, wondering what people are saying about Mel, and worried about Mel's pockets, and worried about what kind of car Mel has, and whether or not her house is a homeowner or a lease or all these things. Who cares? Like, I don't understand. What's the big gotcha here? But we need to clear up some things and clarify some things that PHONICS Unhooked said in her rant, in her completely rock bottom rant. We got to start with this alleged merge of Tubi and Nubian. Has that taken place, you guys? Because I was trying to do my research, I was trying to find the articles before I recorded this, and I could not find the receipts to confirm what PHONICS Unhooked is saying, that Tubi and Nubian are one streaming platform, are one app now that we can just go to, like Amazon Prime. I just need to confirm, because I couldn't find it. Because since she has all the exclusives, right? Since she wants the truth told, and she's telling the truth according to her, I still see Tubi and Nubian as separate entities. I don't know about you guys. So that would be a lie, right? That's not a true statement from her, right? Just checking, right? See, this is what I mean when the PHONICS Unhooked. You have to really dissect what is said, but really just repeat what she says. Repeat the things that she says, and then it never makes sense, right? So which brings me to the next point: colorism, right? Oh, everybody, they're colorist because of Letitia's skin tone, which is not the first time she has tried to throw this out here, right? And it didn't stick the first time. So I thought in order to be a colorist would mean you are specifically targeting somebody of a darker skin tone, and they're the only person under attack. and it's solely based on the color of their skin, right? But if that is the case, why are the fair-skinned women getting dragged? Such as Kimmy, such as Stormy, such as Destiny, who's no longer on the show, such as Tiffany, who's no longer on the show for now, and of course, the main fair-skinned person who's getting dragged and just attacked and bullied by everybody, Melody Sheree Rogers. So what is colorist about that exactly? I'm trying to understand. How does that negatively impact Letitia if she's not receiving this same level of hatred and negativity, right? Because based off of what you're saying, if it was truly a colorist situation, that would mean that we are uplifting Stormy's beeswax. That would mean we are uplifting Kimmy staying with somebody who clearly values their first wife over her and is embarrassing her and humiliating her on camera. That we support that, right? According to you, because you're saying that the people are colorist, right? And that also that we love Destiny. That Destiny was not fulfilled at all, and she needs to be back on the show. And it was just completely and utterly like, where did it come from that she's no longer sharing her life? Like, oh my gosh, like we just did so much to defend her. What? I don't think we're watching the same show. I don't think you're watching. If you're truly parked at YouTube, you know everybody's been getting dragged on this show. It's nothing personal. If you do something wrong, if you say something wrong, you're going to be held accountable for it. It's simple as that. There's no favoritism. The problem is, you guys refuse to show your real lives. So people started to dig and to find out what the real lives were. And you didn't like that, right? For instance, your bankruptcy, or your alleged bankruptcy, right? So first you say you weren't bankrupt, then you say you were bankrupt, and now it's not so much that you never did file bankruptcy. It's now we have to verify the correct name. But basically, whatever name it was, you're confirming you did file at some point a bankruptcy. So it is technically still true, right? And then you keep talking about bloody hands, and I just want to know, how many times Melody Sheree Rogers and the YouTubers need to be threatened? Why do we continue to receive these threats of violence? How is this helping anything? It first started with your son-in-law telling a content creator that they should jump off a bridge because they were embarrassed that their Black with a QUE business closing was exposed, which you confirmed also on your platform, right? And then you follow it up, also threatening people, also saying that you are going to bury people in the back of your yard, and that nobody's going to be found if they come to your town, and that KILLERS, that came out of your mouth. And now you're talking about on this live how bloody your hands are, and that we need to investigate why you have bloody hands. So basically, giving more threats that, hey, you're about this life and you don't care about KILLINGing people if you don't like the rhetoric, if you don't like what's being said. Make it make sense how we have more threats of violence, how you are promoting drinking and driving and potentially getting a DUI like Karen Huger from Real Housewives of Potomac. Like, I'm just trying to understand what was the point of any of this, right? Because I think you and the peanut gallery thought, you and the swindlers thought that this was going to be like a big gotcha, a big drag session of Mel, and it just flopped. Like everything else, right? It just flopped. Because, again, why are we valuing the power of a Black woman, the power and the influence and the intelligence and everything that a Black woman has to offer by whether or not she is with a man, by whether or not she stays married to a man, and why you think it's appropriate for Mel to stay married with a man who cheated on her for several years and got a mistress pregnant, that she was supposed to stick around for that. Make it make sense. But you guys were the same ones who were dragging her for not leaving Martell. But I guess at that point in time, that was because Martell had you guys convinced that he actually brought something to the table. But then you realize, oh no, he's dumb,
in more ways than one. Mel actually is the smart one, but we can't give her the props because technically she has more than us, right? And she can expose us. But if we all band behind Martell, who really is the problem, who really is the liability, who is the one that's getting arrested, that protects our secrets. No. It doesn't work like that. The math doesn't math like that. It doesn't. So again, what is it? What's the point, right? And then now trying to tell people not to tune in to Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is an absolute joke in itself, because people are already tuning out of Love and Marriage Huntsville and Love and Marriage DC and all other shows that are affiliated with your producer that you claim that you're going to call and email, who no longer has you on the show. like, please, put together the logics for me, right? But you're the same ones that when the show comes back on, telling everybody that they need to watch it because your daughter's still on the show and that your daughter still needs a check. So which is it? Are we boycotting? Are we blacking out? Because the blackout also got you off the show. We also got Destiny off the show. So now you want us to get your daughter off the show. Is that what I'm understanding? You want us to black out Love and Marriage Huntsville? It's already going to be done anyways, with all of the foolishness that's taking place. Now, people will tune in to see whether or not some of these subscribers on these YouTube channels are going to be mentioned in this ridiculous storyline about the millimeters are attacking us. The millimeters are bullies. The millimeters are la 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 la. Right? So they'll tune in for that storyline, right? So the ratings will get a bump on those particular episodes. But outside of that, people were not tuning in anyways. So again, don't understand that logic. Like I said, some of these instructions are lost in translation because it just makes it look like it's a ball of confusion and all these things. And then the hypocrisy of trying to drag your niece Kiki. And you're concerned about why Mel isn't fooling with her. But you're basically saying that it's appropriate for you guys to be two-faced and drag Kiki, and she's supposed to just still have allegiance to you. But when she does it to other people, when she specifically does it to Mel, that Mel is supposed to just, ignore whatever mean and grimy things that Kiki is doing behind Mel's back, and Mel's supposed to just stick around and just be her friend anyways, because she brought her on the show. And that they had been friends for several years, but friends do not conduct themselves the way Kiki had, and going behind Mel's back and trying to imply all of these other negative things about Mel. And then when Mel told her multiple times to stop talking to bloggers, to stop, doing all this stuff behind the scenes, stop trying to mess up your check, she refused to listen because she wanted to try to make sure everything was copacetic with everyone else, and that's not how this works. Because bloggers have loyalties to nobody, you guys. Even people, PHONICS Unhooked, that you think support you, they have no loyalty to you, right? But the thing is, they just don't like Mel, so it's easy to gravitate to you, right? And talk mess with you. But the reality is, if you guys had the fan base that you're claiming, you guys would not be parked here on YouTube wondering what all of the quote-unquote Mel supporters are saying and the millimeters are saying, right? Because where's the Marceau meters and the Letitia meters and the Stormy meters and all the meters? Where are these meters for these other cast members that don't exist? Where are the raindrops for this alleged podcast tour that I have not heard of any other dates being sold out for other than the one with Melody SHARI in January? So where are these people? Where are these mystery fans that you guys think you are entitled to, that you guys think that you guys have? Because here's the thing. Even the most hated people on Bravo still have fans, still have a fan base, right? Because there's, at least at some point in time, they were at least transparent with the people. The issue with you guys is you guys have never been transparent, and you guys have always hid behind the drama of Mel and Martell. And now that you can't do that anymore, now that that's clearly ran its course, You have nothing else to do because you refuse to expose your tea. You refuse to expose your skeletons. So again, now you're back to square one, which is attacking Mel and attacking Mel supporters. And now having that as a storyline. But really all you're doing is you're just amplifying Mel even more and amplifying the millimeters even more. And I just don't understand. Because for me, if I don't like somebody, if I'm not fooling with somebody, why am I going to give them the attention that they are looking for? Right? Why am I going to track all of the things that they are doing and concerned about all of their businesses and the receipts and how much money that they are making every week? Like, you guys just might as well just, leave your burner accounts in the comments. I mean, because how do you know all of what Mel is doing if you supposedly don't like her and you can't stand her? And she's all these names, all these vulgar names that you were saying in your live, right? And here's the thing. If you have an issue with somebody, and why is it that they cannot speak, you're saying 1 minute that they can tell their truth, that they can give their opinion, but then you're also blocking people who have a different opinion than yourself, and not allowing them an opportunity to say why they have the opinion that they have, right? And this is the one-track mind of the peanut gallery, is that if you're not kissing their behind or only saying positive things about them, then that means you're a millimeter or a Mel supporter. And here's the thing, like I've said plenty of times, there are people who don't even like or support Mel at all, who flat out don't like you either. So who are those people? Because you don't seem to ever call them out, but they don't like you either. So I don't understand why it is only resorted to just millimeters this, millimeters that. Thank you for giving all this validation and power to the millimeters and to Melody Cherie Rogers, because you're just validating that she's the boss, that she's in charge of everything, that she's running things. But you're giving us way too much power as well. You're making it seem as though we can just influence all these things, that we can just have all these people arrested and have all these lawsuits happen and have all these people just get these edits on the show and all these things. And I'm just trying to understand, the math doesn't math, because if that's the case, why is Mel still being under attack? Wouldn't you fall in line at this point? If truly what you were saying was true? That you would fall in line, you would stop talking about Mel and actually discuss your real lives and what's really going on in your lives, and not trying to make everything about Mel and then complain when everything revolves around Mel, but that's all you guys want to talk about is Mel. It's not us, it's you. You want to talk about Mel. We didn't ask for this. We wanted a balanced cast where everybody was contributing something and bringing something to the table. But the problem was, you don't want certain skeletons revealed on camera. You don't want to be transparent on a show that's supposed to be about reality and your real life. So therefore, as a result of that, either we are only going to talk about Mel, or we're only going to talk about you outside of the show, because on the show you choose to hide behind other people, and that's not going to work. But once again, like I said, this cast is completely done. I mean, Stormy, who is supposed to be this big time millionaire grossing 23 million, now she's blaming the millimeters for things that are wrong in her own business. She's blaming somebody else for. But she's the person who's the face of the brand and is getting herself into all this trouble. But somehow everybody else's fault just because they brought it to light, right? And then we have a swindler who's suing content creators frivolously, right? Because they don't like what's being said, right? And they even threatened them to take down their content, which they did and followed suit. But then still, he went after them, right? And wants all their information, right? And then we have another swindler who's telling people to unalive themselves, right? And then we have the swindler's mother-in-law who is actively threatening people to kill them because she wants all of them unalive, because that's the new strategy now. Now it is to kill the millimeters, because everything else has failed, right? So now it's just more threats, right? And Carlos King and the Raindrops, they are nowhere to be found per usual because he is supporting the madness. And it's not okay. I didn't know supporting violence was appropriate. And this is supposed to be representative of the Oprah Winfrey Network, even if she doesn't even own the majority stakes anymore. This is what you're representing for your reality TV, right? But we must be at end of days, right? We must be end of days because he's nowhere to be found to put a stop to this. Because he was the main one that used to be like, listen, stop doing all this stuff on social media, only for you now to feed into it because you're a blogger now too. So therefore you think this is the grand master plan of, okay, since I'm sick of the Mel supporters and you're sick of the Mel supporters, why don't we just make them the storyline and bully them and attack them, right? Except for this is going to backfire, and this is just going to give more attention positively to Mel and the Mel supporters. And I just don't understand. Like, it's literally the definition of you guys playing checkers and us playing chess. Because we've thought 10 steps ahead of where this is going to go, and you're still just thinking one step ahead, but you keep getting jumped and losing your pieces and losing people on this show. So therefore, you're stuck and have nothing else to do and nowhere else to go. So you go for the jugular, which is negativity and just name calling people and attacking people and hoping that is going to shut people up. And all it is doing, it is galvanizing more people to speak up and speak out. And it is having more people investigate you and look you up to find out what else you're hiding, what other secrets you have. Because now people are going to investigate this bloody hand situation. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.